WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast on CW4 with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Good news report as far as the tropics are concerned. We are expecting no development over the next 5 days, at least the next 5 days here in the tropical Atlantic. So we've had a busy start to the season. Right now we can put that on the back burner as we go ahead. Temperature wise for the next couple of days, a little bit cooler actually, mid to upper 80s through Wednesday and then back into the low 90s with more humidity by next weekend. So it's warm, yes, but at least the humidity factor right now pretty low. These are the time lapses from Louisville, Mississippi, Durham's Pharmacy in Vernon, Tupelo, and Columbus. Some puffy cumulus clouds out there today. It looked and felt like summer, but the air relatively dry, and we love to see that. There was actually a batch of storms that got going in Illinois and Indiana this morning. They moved southeast. Look at this. They moved southeast. There were a few other storms that popped up in Alabama and Georgia today. We actually got in on a little bit of this indirectly. This outflow boundary, you can see it right here. That's still moving across the area. It's moved through the Air Force Base. It's moved through Tupelo. The wind now from the northeast, stirring the wind up a little bit is this boundary. It's not doing anything other than that, but it's just something that we can sense with Doppler radar. Aside from that, we're pretty quiet tonight. Lows down into the mid 60s in many spots here. So aside from that little boundary moving on through, pretty quiet, and lows in the 60s. Tomorrow, we are looking at temperatures that start out in the upper 60s at 7 o'clock by noon, 85 degrees, upper 80s by 4. Notice how we are throwing in a 20% chance for a stray shower or storm. We mentioned this in first look. There's an opportunity for a shower or storm out there. Don't bank on it. Don't bet the farm on it. But we cannot rule out an isolated shower storm tomorrow. Winds continue from the northeast at about 5 to 15. So another warm day, slightly cooler. Today we topped out at 91 in Tupelo. We're advertising mid 80s tomorrow. So we'll just see how it all plays out. So this evening, all quiet. Here comes that frontal boundary tomorrow. And by midday, we may start to see a few showers or thunder showers around. Not really a lot of moisture to play with. The boundary will move on through. And then we're done with that, and it looks like we'll have another pretty quiet day on Tuesday. Temperatures back into the 80s. Now, we will be on the western periphery of this cutoff area of low pressure that will be hanging out in the Carolinas all week long. So the highest rain chances this week will be to our east. Notice how it will add up over there in the Carolinas, but for us, we may see a little bit tomorrow, but aside from that, pretty dry here until next weekend, it would appear, and even those chances pretty slim for next Saturday and Sunday. So the last week of spring, Cash, can you believe it? This is the last week of spring. Mid to upper 80s, lower 90s return by Thursday into next weekend. Summer officially begins next Saturday. And of course, a week from today is Father's Day. So don't forget about that either.
Now, I know obviously spring isn't over yet, but I'm going to go ahead and say that spring's been over for a long time, it feels like.
Down here in the deep south, yeah, spring ended months ago.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you, Keith.